All right, guys, welcome back to the Back Four. Today, we're going to be picking a Copa America team and a EuroCup team, and then we're going to sim it and see which tournament is stronger. Stay tuned.
And don't forget, guys, if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button.
Road to 1K, the Copa America squad.
All right, how's it going, guys? We have the Copa America 2024 combined 11. In goal, we have who else but Alisson from Liverpool. Left back, we have Davies, the Canadian nightmare. Our first center back is Marquinhos, who should be stepping up and leading that Brazil team. Next to him is a World Cup winner, Guti Romero, and next to him is Daniel Munoz, the Colombian god. Our midfield three is with the likes of McAllister, Caicedo, and Valverde. Should be energetic and really be able to run that midfield. And who else but our front three? Vini Jr., Darwin Nunez, who I feel should step up this tournament. It's his tournament. He should kind of like take the reins of this Uruguay team and make a deep run into this tournament. And last but not least, Lionel Messi.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I think it's pretty solid. I mean, off the bat, like, I don't know if Darwin Nunez necessarily like deserves that spot, just because I feel like he hasn't really proved much at club or international level.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know what you think.
I don't know, like, I think you don't think Rodrigo earns a spot in that team?
If we're talking about club, yes, but Darwin Nunez, when it comes to international break, he just kind of steps it up for Uruguay. He's a different player for Uruguay.
I feel like he didn't really do that well at the World Cup or anything, though. No,
but qualifiers, he's been all right. These last couple friendlies against Mexico, we saw what he's capable of. So I think this is his time to shine, and if he doesn't, then get out of here. But I think we'll see a different Darwin Nunez this tournament.
That's fair. In the center back or the defensive position, you don't think Araujo should start? I mean, I know Vinny, that's Vinny's child, but
it was a debate there between Marquinhos and Araujo, but I feel like Marquinhos has more of a stake in this Brazil team. Like they're missing that leader that you would see in previous Brazil teams, and I think Marquinhos should be able to step up and lead this team into a potential Copa America win. 2024.
That's fair.
I get, he is more of a leader than I guess some of the other players, but I feel like Marquinhos is just not good. Like, he's never been like solid at defending, whether it's PSG, whether it's Brazil. I feel like he never cuts it. I don't know.
I was gonna give Araujo the edge, but his form hasn't been the best this season. If we were talking about last year, of course he'd be the first on my team sheet, but Araujo has just been a liability to Barca this season, and that's why I went with Marquinhos.
So you said you almost gave it to Araujo. Do you have like a couple honorable mentions that maybe would have made your bench or were close?
Yeah, let's say on the bench I have the Luis Diaz, who was hard to leave out considering his form for Colombia and Liverpool. I mean, he's just been a different beast this season, and when it comes to putting on that yellow, blue, red shirt, is just one of the best players in the world. Next one up next to him is Di Maria, which is his last international tournament. Sad to see him go, but you just love to see a player like that play. Next one, who I think should be able to step up and show his quality this tournament, is Santi Jimenez from Mexico. Come on, my Mexican fans, my Mexican friends. You need this guy to show up. I know there's been some hate towards the guy, but he does it in Europe. He does it in his league and his team, but I don't see him. I hope he steps up for Mexico this tournament.
We'll make sure to send this video to the Mexico's manager. He needs to figure it out just a little bit.
Well, it looks like he is going to be the starter. So.
That's good.
And then last one I have is maybe Pulisic for
there we go. USA. USA.
Captain America. Yeah, Captain America. We saw him against Brazil.
Banger.
He's pretty active. Missed a couple chances, but obviously those were amazing saves from Alisson. But if this is Pulisic's team, and he needs to step up to show what they're capable of heading into this 2026 World Cup.
I agree with that. I like your bench. Had pretty good honorable mentions. That
I think another couple players I wanted to mention is in the midfield. You think Bentancur could make a way in there from Spurs?
Over the likes of McAllister, Enzo, and the Argentina team. I don't know if he'll get the notch over them, but
I feel like he offers something different than like McAllister.
I don't know. I feel like that McAllister's the player that comes under the radar, that isn't given his flowers for what he provides to the Argentina team.
Yeah, it's tough with international too, like because some players are just strictly system players, and then when you try to make these combined 11s, it's hard to think who is going to gel well with who and how they're going to play. But that's a good call out for sure.
Yeah.
Who was the other one you were going to mention?
The other one was at CDM. Who would you have at CDM?
Moises Caicedo.
Yeah, I think he had a big price tag for him at Chelsea. It was like 120 something. But I don't think he lived up to the expectations at all.
Well, yeah, that's another one where it's tough because they were plagued with injuries, manager changes constantly. Like they don't have like a defined system. Yeah. So I like to see what Chelsea's going to do this year with the new manager and all those players.
I think he at Chelsea this season, he kind of showed he was more of like he kind of showed he was limited with the ball in his feet. I feel like very loses a lot of balls.
It hasn't been a great season for Caicedo, especially given the price tag.
Yeah.
But I just feel he puts on that Ecuador jersey, and he's been all right for the qualifiers, and I think this is another guy that can show his quality in a major international tournament.
Yeah, because what I was gonna say is I feel like a player like Edson Alvarez or Yunus Musa could slot in there, or Tyler Adams when he's on his day.
Yeah, that's true.
They have
of course, Tyler Adams is.
He's they're all good workhorses. All of them.
Yeah.
So you could really put any of them in there.
I was also considering Alvarez, but I don't know. He just hasn't looked convincing this last couple games for friendlies for Mexico. I think even he was playing center back for one of the games.
Yeah, against Brazil. Yeah.
So I don't know. Just
couple. This overall, I think they got the Americas. They have really good players. Like I don't know if you guys saw that quote. Mbappe was saying that the Euro is more difficult than the World Cup because there's more competition. Like I don't know. Looking at this team, it's kind of like I don't know if that's necessarily the case. You
can't sleep on some of the teams.
I just feel like it might not be the prettiest team compared to maybe the Euros combined 11, like on quality and names and stardom and everything. But when I see this team, I see, how do you say, garra. I see like that saying, like either you let the ball go or the player, never both.
Yeah,
that's what I see with this Copa America team.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Although, if you look at a team sheet and you see Messi and Vini on there, it's kind of like.
Well, Messi's obviously proven. Vini, I guess, is another guy that has to prove himself.
He has to prove himself,
especially
for Brazil team.
Him and Rodrigo, which is another.
He's had a Balón de Oro worthy campaign. If he doesn't show up for Copa America, then I don't see him.
Then he's not going to win it, so there's a lot of pressure on him. Yeah, so this is a big tournament for Vini for sure.
But yeah, I think on that note, Kyle, you want to get us started with the Euro squad?
Yeah, for sure. First up, we'll start with the goalkeeper, and you can't have a all Euros 11 without Neuer as your goalkeeper. I think that one's just a given.
The GOAT of keepers?
GOAT. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think there's no dispute. I know there's been a little bit of talk around, like, should Ter Stegen be the starter or not, but nah, Neuer's Neuer.
Neuer, yeah, until he gets too old, that spot's solidified for him. Next up at right back, this was kind of a tough decision, but I know he's getting a little older as well, but we have Carvajal, the man of the match in the Champions League final. I know they're There's a quote out there saying that he was crying because he never got a man of the match in the Champions League, but good things come if you wait. In center back, we have arguably one of the best center backs of our generation, VVD. And then next to him, another Real Madrid superstar for us this year, we have Rudiger. And then on the left, we have another Real Madrid player who kind of gets slept on a little bit, but Mendy, because he played lights out this year for Real Madrid. I think it's kind of criminal he's not starting on France, but what do you guys think with the back four so far?
Let's mention Rudiger scored an own goal today. Leave that out.
That's true.
I think Mendy, though.
Regardless,
I think he is slept on, like you said.
Yeah.
Other two names I would go with is Theo Hernandez and Grimaldo from Spain. Amazing season from Grimaldo.
Mm-hmm.
Based off goals and assists for that Bayer Leverkusen side. And Theo, we've seen what Theo can do.
I think they're both, Theo and Grimaldo, are more attacking fullbacks than Mendy for sure.
Yeah.
And
they can be.
But Mendy's a rock, so
another discussion for later. But I think it's kind of criminal that Mendy played really good, and there's a lot of talks that we're just gonna off him for Alphonso Davies. It's like, why spend the money when
who is on the Copa team? You mean?
Yeah. I love Davies. He's a solid player for sure. But when you got a guy showing up week in, week out, proving he belongs there, it's kind of tough to leave him out, especially on the France squad as well. So moving up to the midfield, our defensive mid, we have Rodri. He's just too good to keep out. Then our two other midfielders, we have Jude Bellingham, another player in the runner-up for the Ballon d'Or, and then KDB, the passing legend. Up top, we have the one and only Harry Kane. I'm really not sure who else you'd start over him for the Euro squad, because Kane just constantly proves himself. And then on the left, we have Mbappe, future Madrid player, arguably the best player in the world right now. And then you couldn't have a Euro 11 squad without having Foden in it, so we have him starting on the right.
Yeah, I think this one was tough because there's a lot of quality players you're leaving out here.
Yeah, so do you want to go through some of the honorable mentions of our bench squad?
Yeah, so I want to start with a 6-time UEFA Champions League winner, one of the most decorated players of all time. I feel like Toni Kroos this year solidified his status as one of the greatest midfielders ever.
I agree.
Not starting Kroos is.
I know it's tough, but it is. Just starting 11, and he's a little older, but he's on the team. Don't worry.
Yeah. And then obviously Florian Wirtz, another German player that had an amazing season with Leverkusen. You can't leave him out. Musiala, I don't think he had his best year at Bayern, but he's definitely quality. But I think this could be a tournament for him to step up in. He
showed a lot of potential this year, and he's going to be a force to reckon with in the next few years for sure.
I think it's a kind of similar situation with Pedri, but he was more injury related.
He's another one.
Quality player, but didn't have the best of seasons. A player who did have a good season, but he's kind of on the later side of his career, is İlkay Gundogan. He's a captain of the German team, so you got to give him props there. He's, as Guardiola says, one of the most intelligent players I've ever managed. And then we had a player who started off the season really well and then kind of started declining towards the end of the season, which is Antoine Griezmann. Started off as like La Liga's best player and then just
slowly declined,
as Atletico did. But yeah, what do you think, Billy? Who else would you, or you have any disputes?
Honorable mention to Bastoni, a center back.
That's
I think Italy plays with a back line of 5 and 3 center backs, but Bastoni's been great for Inter, and I feel like the change of honor from Chiellini and what was the other guy's name? I forget.
Bonucci.
I'm blanking. Bonucci and Chiellini, and it's now Bastoni's time to step up for the Italian side. Another one is who I'm kind of excited about, even though he does rep the Barca colors, Lamine Yamal. I mean, it's just crazy to think
That's
a
a good
16-year-old. What is he, 16 or 17? No.
I think 16. Oh, he's still 16?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he didn't make
imagine
our
a
list
16-year-old.
because he has some homework to do, he said, so.
Yeah, but a 16-year-old starting for the Spain national team in the Euros is just crazy to think about.
That's
I mean,
insane.
what were you doing at 16?
Playing for
So
Coach
I'm kind of
Perillo.
excited about that guy.
Yeah.
And then the only thing I changed about, I think everybody, Harry Kane is on everybody's team sheet, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna give shouts out to Ronaldo.
See.
You can never leave
You
him
saw him
out.
growing the little goatee, so who knows? We might see a
Yeah, I
couple
saw a
goals from
picture of him with the hat on. His hair looked a little poofy.
Yeah.
Noodle hair might be coming back for the tournament.
And before the English people come and hit us, I think if we were to replace Rodri, there's only 2 players we could replace him with. That's probably Declan Rice or Chouameni.
Yeah, those are another 2.
Those are 2
Very good honorable mentions that could have easily started. But again, we only had 11 players to pick from. It's hard. We had age play a factor. That's why we don't have Gundogan and or Cruz starting on this team
Could have
specifically.
probably mentioned, sorry to interrupt you, could have probably mentioned Saka or
That was
Palmer.
another
who's
one.
Man City's right back? Walker.
Walker, Kyle Walker that's another good one.
Yeah, Kyle Walker.
Can't forget Palmer. Great
Palmer.
season at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Palmer, cold.
A lot of people want Trent to start as well.
If we were to
Trent's
replace,
starting in the mid, right?
Oh yeah, we forgot about Trent.
Yeah,
There's so many players.
it's tough. I don't know if
We'll
he
see
can
how the
release
experiment
sort of-
works out,
yeah.
though. Starting as a mid.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see
Yeah.
what he offers.
Yeah.
But I think on that note, we're gonna sim this game. Let's see. What do you guys think, Billy? Who do you got winning?
I think it might be tough, but you know what? I'm gonna go for America side.
What score
Close one, but
prediction?
I'm gonna go for 3-1.
That's
Let's
exactly
go.
what I
I was
had in
gonna
my
say
head.
3-1 3-1 euros. I was gonna take 3-1 euros.
I had 3-1 Americas too. I think the Garra gets them over the top.
Yeah.
The grit. At first half, the European team starts strong with De Bruyne creating an early chance. Alisson makes a brilliant save. In the 15th minute, Mbappe makes a speedy run down the wing, crosses to Harry Kane, who heads it just wide.
Cheap ass Kane.
Then Copa America team responds with a swift counterattack. Messi dribbles past 2 defenders and sets up Vinny, who slots it past Neuer. 1-0 Copa America team. And Foden wins a free kick near the box. De Bruyne curls it over the wall and into the top corner. 1-1.
Oh.
Okay, we're going to go to the second half. So it's 1-1 after the first half. On the second half, Toni Kroos replaces Bellingham to add more control in the midfield.
Interesting AI.
Luis Diaz replaces McAllister, adding more attacking prowess.
Okay.
Rodri intercepts a pass and starts a quick break. He passes to De Bruyne, who feeds it to Mbappe, and Mbappe puts it in the back of the net. 2-1.
Good ass Mbappe.
Substitution for the European team. Gundogan replaces Rodri. Substitution for the America team. Di Maria replaces Darwin Nunez, pushing Messi to a central role. Okay.
Interesting. Interesting.
Playing false 9.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Messi threads a perfect pass to Vinny, who is brought down in the box by Van Dijk.
Oh, Virgil, what are you doing?
Penalty for Team America. Messi converts 2-2. So Messi has a goal and an assist in this game.
Who else?
It looks like Ronaldo was not subbed onto the game for a coaching decision. He was on the bench. Let's make that clear. And then in the 88th minute, the European team, De Bruyne cross finds Harry Kane, who heads it into the back of the net. 3-2.
There we go. I knew Kane wasn't going to let us down.
92nd minute, one last chance. Last ditch effort by Vinny Jr., who shoots. The shot is parried by Neuer, and the rebound is cleared by Virgil van Dijk. Final score, European team 3, Copa America 2.
Hey, I did a good job simulating. That was
They
an
let me
intense
down.
game. That was a good game.
They put a good game.
The subs and everything and the tactical change.
Messi lived up to the expectation.
Did.
Ronaldo. Sorry, but
He's slightly injured.
GG, no.
GG.
But
All right.
as we can see, pretty close game. Anything last comments you guys want to wrap up with?
No, I think the game came out as expected.
As expected.
Both. Well,
yeah, Messi, the GOAT, performed.
we both know both sides are very good, but I think the Euro squad is just a little bit stronger. But the Copa team definitely put up a good fight.
Don't you guys forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know who you guys think would win, the best European team or the best Copa America squad. Until next time, it's only up from here, boys.